Willie D Live.
What's up, family? After being kicked off a Southwest Airlines plane she paid for, Pepper of Salt-N-Pepa put them on blast. I ain't got no problem with that. Say, family, these uncivilized mutts who work at these airlines have lost their minds. You know what I think, fam? A lot of black people lately have been running into problems with them, especially if you're black and you're in first class. Boy, there's something about that blackness being in first class that rubs them the wrong way. Now, in this situation, Pepper was on Southwest Airlines. All seats are pretty much created equal. Well, you have upgrades. You can sit by the window, get a little extra room and all that type of stuff. But they don't have a first class. In any event, Pepper says she paid for 2 seats because she has a disability. She was supposed to be wearing a brace. Well, let me put it like this. Not supposed to be wearing a brace, but she has a brace that she uses. She didn't have it on at the time. So the flight attendant told her that she couldn't use the 2 seats that she paid for. He was looking for proof. Now, keep in mind, she bought 2 seats. Even if she wanted 2 seats, to just have 2 seats to stretch out on, maybe I gotta go look into the policy. In any event, at first, dude was telling her that, she could not have both of the seats once she provided proof and she put her brace on. The attendant was like, okay, you know what? Everything's fine. All's well, ends well. Then Pepper gets on her FaceTime with her assistant and tell her assistant that she was not going to make the meeting in Tennessee because she thought she was getting kicked off the plane. But dude changed his mind, and then he changed it back when he and the other crew, according to him, saw her filming what they thought she was filming, but she was actually on FaceTime. So they decide, we're gonna kick you off. Now she starts to really film them. And you know how it go, fam. It just kind of escalates from there. They start coming up with all of these different rules and stuff and why. They like to use words like safety. For the safety of the other passengers and our crew, we have to remove you from the plane. Now, they put another man in her seat. Pep say that before she was kicked off the plane, a guy who boarded the plane was trying to get to a funeral. And she was like, well, she was considering giving the dude her seat, but she asked the dude, you swear, I just went through all of this stuff, why should I give you my seat? You swear that's what's going on with you? And the dude was like, well, why do I have to swear? And so the bottom line would seem, it appears that they just didn't like her vibe. And when the dude who wanted to get on the plane, they wanted to put that dude in that seat. Like, we don't give a damn that you bought 2 seats. They want to put that dude in that seat. And she was just going to have to deal with it. They didn't like that. They didn't like her standing up for herself. They didn't like her speaking up for herself. So they decide, you know what, we're going to punk you. You know what, just get off the plane. How about that? What's the use in buying 2 seats if you can't do what you want to do with your 2 seats? If you want to just buy 2 seats and leave one empty, again, I got to look at that, fam. It seemed like, once you pay for it, you can do what you want. If you want to sit in it, you want to just put your bag in it, whatever you want to do, sit. Yeah, these airlines, these people that work at these airlines, boy, they're really snobbish. And it's not just the flight attendants. It's also the ticket takers. It's the people who check you in. They got attitudes, man. You go into the TSA, they got attitudes. They just be flexing that little old power that they have. And they got nasty attitudes. And it wasn't always like that. The flying experience used to be upper echelon. It used to be something special. It used to be classy. Flying used to be like, in terms of quality control, in terms of customer service, it used to be way up there, way above getting on a bus or riding a train. Now, man, they just get you in and get you out, and even when you pay for your first class seats, sometimes it don't even feel like first class, because every now and then you might get on a raggedy plane, or you might get on a plane, one of those small planes that have one seat in each row in first class, and you don't really get that experience. The food is trash. I don't even know any airlines with good food. Well, I fly United mostly, but the food is trash. I'm talking about trash. But you eat it anyway because it's free, But the food is the type of food you would not eat if you were not on board a plane. You would not eat that food. You wouldn't eat that food to save your life. If you could star rate it, it would get less than a 1. Yeah, man. Yeah, but these people with these airlines, they're out of control. Peppa is one of the good ones, and she didn't deserve that. I already know Peppa don't even get into stuff like that. So I already know that if something's going on, I already know it's them. I knew as soon as I saw Peppa in the news for getting kicked, I already knew it was their fault before I heard the whole story. I knew it was their fault. As Pep was in the jetway, she's talking to the one flight attendant, the male, who really kicked everything off. He's the main one, the main, what would they call him? The defendant. You know why I call him the defendant? Because she needs to sue and put him personally in the lawsuit. She got to sue. But anyway, she's in the jetway. She's talking to him. He's being condescending and talking down like, look, yeah, I got you guys. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but can you just step away? Can you just step off? We have to leave. We have to leave. And then this other woman is pacing back and forth. She's trying to make sure she don't get seen. This other flight attendant. Then some dude, I guess he's their boss. He's the boss of the boss, who was the female. He comes on and he's acting like he's there to listen to her side, to listen to both sides. He listens to the man talk, and he's being attentive, and he's agreeable. But when Pep starts to talk, and he's looking away and like looking at her like, yeah, whatever, finish up, go ahead and finish up. Anyway, when she finished, he goes, well, the bottom line is the flight crew makes a decision whether they want to remove a passenger or not, for the safety of other passengers and the crew. And so you just have to get off. I can't do anything for you. The female crew head, the main chick, the leader, even though she's the leader, Pep asked her why was they kicking her off the plane. And she said, essentially, she didn't know and she didn't care. Like, just get off the plane. They don't do this to everybody. In fact, I really have never seen them be that dismissive and unfair to anybody other than black people. I really have not ever seen it. But what say you, fam? Y'all think Pep was being racially profiled? Give me a thumbs up if you think she was being racially profiled. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, it's just a coincidence. Happens all the time, man. We just don't hear about it. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.